sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Madhav. How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm great as well. So let's start. Let's start with your interview. Tell me about your childhood. I want to know about how was your childhood? How did you grow up?
So, my childhood was pretty hectic because I was born in military army camp, to be specific, in Madras Regiment. My father was an ex-serviceman, so he used to work in Madras Regiment. So, I born in Wellington, in Madras, and later I gone to my hometown, which is Kerala, and later I born and brought up in Kerala. So,
Tell me about some sweet past memories or anything. I want to know about that.
Sweet part memories would be I really like to play with my friends, and I really like to watch movies, especially English movies. So that's where I got the inspiration to join Merchant Navy because I was greatly inspired by the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, and greatly inspired by the character Captain Jack Sparrow. To be so, when time comes to choose what career is forward to take, I started digging to the internet and find about Merchant Navy
Okay.
and TNS.
So you were inspired by Pirates of Caribbean, right?
Yes, sir.
So can we discuss about the pirate scenario in the merchant navy industry? Like, what is it going on? Is it dangerous for us as seafarers? Tell me about that.
So, as for the privacy areas in the world right now is in near the Hope of Good Hopes or the Horn of Apes, which is near Somalias and all, where is haptic reasons for happening piracy. And there are some criteria such as there would be armed guard forces, which would be recommended by our companies to certain ships. And there is also some panic rooms inside the ships to go to in and lock ourselves in after pirates were able to get in, and before getting we have also have haptic chain of commands of orders that we can defend against, such as water guns and the wires and all.
Can you tell me the name of the panic room? What is the safety room called on board?
So I'm not fully aware of it, so I
All
know
right,
there is
all
a
right.
room.
It's Citadel. I remember that.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So yeah, Mahadev, tell me, did you apply for any other exams like apart from Merchant Navy, JEE, NDA, anything?
No, sir, I'm still focused on IMUCET and cracking it, and specifically for this company too.
Okay, okay. So what was your percentage in class 10th and 12th?
So class 10th, my overall percentage was 80 and PCM was 90. And in 12th standard, I keep up with that and the 89% aggregate in my 12th as well as PCM with a 90.
Okay, so you were a good going student. Why didn't you opt for some other field like engineering or something? Why Merchant Navy?
So during my childhood, as I said, I stumbled upon a dream that one day I would become a captain and stand up on bridge and feel the embrace of the sea as well as shoulders, uplifts on my shoulders, and feel all the responsibility of the crew on my shoulders and feel the captain. That's what my dream is, and that's what I'm working for.
But you could be a, navigating officer or a captain in Indian Navy as well. Why specifically Merchant Navy?
So the specific of merchant navies comes in because as an Indian officer, or the Indian Navy is a good, but as a protect to our Indian Navy as well as it is my born right to defend against my motherland, and it's a great honor to do so. But coming to my passion, I believe to roam around the seven islands, which is seven continents, and go to the waters or go to the haptics that we don't know. So travel across the world or moving with when we know more about the world, when we see different cultures that is not related to us, so try to be more globalized. That's the reason, sir.
Okay, so would you be using if you get shore leaves on board?
So if I get shore leaves, I will be chilling with my teams and try to get more information about certain places.
But what if you didn't get any shore leaves? How will you travel around?
So I hope I will get some leaves like in between, so I will try to book something somewhere like Hawaii, Thailand and something.
Nice, 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 nice.
And also, I will also, my primary goal is to become a captain. So I would work for it finally. So in between, I got time only, then only I will go for something hectic like that.
Okay, okay. So Mahadev, where are you from?
I'm from Kerala, sir. Northern Kerala to be specific, Kannur.
Okay, tell me about your city.
So my city is Kannur, Payanur, and Erumala to be specific. And Erumala, historically, Erumala was said to be born when Hanuman takes the mountain for the Lakshman's treatment, and throughout his palm there was 7 mountains or 7 pieces of rock fell down. That's how 7 mountains happen, which is Malayalam translated to Edumala. And Edumala also hold an haptic honor of having greatest Indian Naval Academy of Asia's greatest, largest naval academy also. And Ramantali is also a specific reason. So it's a island, and if you pass the river, you will get to Arabian Sea. So it's a beautiful place with waterfalls, having nature, culture, tradition, and we also have in Northern Pacific Teyyam, which is an ancestral culture that is passed down to a family only, and it's only happen in November, December seasons. So that are the culture and importance.
Okay. Apart from the beautiful landscapes, tell me any 2 reasons why shall I visit Kannur?
So you should visit Kannur because of the nature, first of all, but keeping apart the nature, you will see more people, more goodwill people. Of course, everywhere has a goodwill people, but more than that, our culture is to accept. More Indians' culture is to accept the other culture as well as give them my culture to yours, or to expand our culture. So you can see variety of cultures such as ancestral art form like Teyyam and Kathakali, Walpaite, Kuchipaite. So there are so many things that you could experience different from rather than anything in the world. And it's also called God's own country due to this diversities and all.
Okay. Fine. I would like to now test you on your ship knowledge. Okay, are you prepared with it?
Yes, sir. I believe I'm prepared with everything that's found at my fingertips, sir.
Okay. So let's say you're on board as a deck cadet, okay, on one of the Synergy vessels, and you see a fire on board in the galley department. Okay,
Yes,
you
sir.
see a fire there. So what will be your first course of action?
So my first course of action would be the chain of command, to follow the chain of command and follow the instruction that I've been restricted to, and schedule the chief officer or the schedule the chain of command, and have to know everyone that there is a fire on board.
Okay, so you'll raise an alarm, right? That's what you want to say.
Yeah, raise an alarm and go for the chain of command and start the drill, which is given to me or assisted to me in my training periods.
Okay, correct. So name me any 5 navigational bridge equipments.
So radar, sonar, ECDIS, and AIS, very high frequency HMs, and etc.
Tell me the working principle of sonar.
So sonar is the working principle is Doppler's effect, which says that the change in frequency or changing relative motion of frequency gives an alternative between the sonar, the frequency as well as the observer, which creates a difference between the depth as well as the how object is found in seabed.
Do you think sonar is a device or a technology? What do you think?
So it's a technology, integrated technology towards the ship.
Okay, so which device uses this technology on board?
So sonar, radar, everything that is concluded with.
No, I'm talking specifically about sonar. Sonar is a technology, right? So there must be a device using that technology on board. So I'm asking which device uses sonar technology on board.
So ECDIS would be because of the calculations and all, or
it's
radar?
Actually echo sounder. Remember that.
Echo sounder. Okay, sir. Sorry,
okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
no sir. And whenever you say bridge equipments, it's actually echo sounder and not sonar, because sonar is not an equipment. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. I'm not aware of it.
Okay, fine. Can you tell me the full form of radar?
So radar stands for radio navigation and radio detection and navigation, and is working on the principle of radio waves.
Think again. What is radar? The full form I'm asking.
So radio detection and navigation. I mean radio detection and ranging.
Yeah, and ranging. If I'm asking full form, you have to be precise.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay. Name me any one star.
One star. So sun, sir.
Apart from that?
There are many stars across, but I could only think of sun right now, sir.
Okay. Tell me, do you know about tides?
Yes, sir. Tides, sir.
So, what causes tides on Earth?
Yes, sir.
What causes tides on Earth?
So, tide is mainly caused by the gravitational pull of sun and earth, and also the rotation and revolution of Earth, and Coriolis force that creates Earth.
Come again.
So Coriolis force is one of the reason, as well as high pressure, low pressure due to variation of temperature and wind formation, as well as the main reason for it would be the gravitational pull of Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon. Now you're correct. Okay. So can you tell me the sea route from India to any one country in Europe?
In Europe. So we can take Europe as an conjugate, and we will directly pass through. We need to go through English Channel. So I will direct from India to English Channel if possible.
Chalega. Yes.
Yes, sir. So may I start from Mumbai port?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. So starting from Mumbai port, we will enter into Arabian Sea, to Atlantic Sea, to Indian Ocean, to Gulf of Aden, and we will pass through Bab el-Mandeb Strait, to Red Sea, Suez Canal, Mediterranean Sea, and to Strait of Gibraltar, Atlantic Ocean, and we will suffer to north, and we will reach it to English Channel, and we can go through Europe, vast Europe, sir.
We'll use the English Channel to enter Atlantic Ocean, or we'll enter Atlantic Ocean first?
We will enter Atlantic Ocean, then we will pass through English channels.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll come to that at the end. Tell me, what are geostationary satellites?
So geostationary satellites are stationary satellites that concludes the weather and what is happening on Earth, basically.
Be a little more precise.
So it's the stationary satellites which concludes with the weather formation as well as the wind formations and all.
No, I'm asking
mainly forecast of
geostationary satellites, not their work.
They are stationary satellites, I believe, or I may be wrong. I'm entirely sure about it.
All right, no issues. Talking about physics, chemistry, and maths, which one is your favorite subject?
So physics, I got more marks, so I think physics would be.
Okay, and which one is the worst?
So according to my 12th, it was maths.
Okay. Why maths? Are you not that good at maths, or you find it difficult? What's the reason?
So it was due to the presence of metrics, and also so metrics. I have a little bit problem with metrics because last time it was a haptic arrangement of timetables and all, so I don't get more time to go through the metrics, but there was a lot of questions from metrics and determinants, so I could not handle that. That's the reason.
Okay, let's skip out one chapter. What about the remaining basics of mathematics? Let's say trigonometry, quadratic equations, permutations, and combinations. You're good with those, right?
Yes, sir, I believe I'm good.
Okay. Let's say let's take some questions from physics. Okay, so what's Bernoulli's theorem?
So Bernoulli's theorem states that the total mechanical energy of a fluid always remains constant for an incompressible non-compressible fluid, which states that the pressure plus the pressure per unit energy and gravitational per unit energy and kinetic energy per unit volume remains same, which gives us an equation P plus rho GH plus half rho mv square is equal to a constant. Half rho v square.
Can you tell me about Gauss theorem?
So Gauss theorem states that Gauss's theorem.
Yeah, Gauss's theorem.
So Gauss's theorem states that if we take if we take an electrostatic force in a closed enclosed phase, we can convert it to a imaginary sphere or imaginary shape, imaginary regular shape, and we can find the flux through it.
Can you tell me the exact equation?
So Q inside is equal to Q inside by Epsilon 0 remains a constant.
Come again.
So Q inside by Epsilon 0 remains a constant, I believe.
Okay. You'll have to check that out once. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I might be wrong. Sorry, sir.
Okay. So, what about chemistry? Are you good with that?
So I believe I can answer every question that you came up with.
Oh, so that's like pretty confident.
No, sir. I'm not. I don't know anything. I mean, I don't know everything, but I know something that I can answer every question.
So tell me, what are colligative properties?
So colligative properties are the properties that is initiative of mass.
Okay. Any five?
Uh, so enthalpy, entropy, and etc. There is more, I believe.
Okay. Do you know about elevation of freezing point?
Yes, sir. Elevation
Okay.
of freezing point, boiling point, osmotic pressure,
Okay. What
etc.
is elevation of freezing point?
So elevation of freezing point is the freezing difference, the pressure difference or the freezing difference between a temperature as well as its molecules, and it is gives us an calculated value of how much temperature we should give an object.
Is it elevation of freezing point or depression of freezing point?
Depression of freezing point, elevation of boiling point. It is.
So you answered me a wrong
Oh,
question.
sorry, sir.
No,
I don't ever think about that. So that's the reason. I thought you are right. So.
all right. So that will be it for this interview. How do you rate yourself?
So I think A7 because I have made a lot of mistakes here and there due to my carelessness.
Well, why do you think you're careless right now?
Uh, so due to I think there is some factors affecting me right now, which is a lack of. I have confidence and bring out a smile, but I'm not getting into the points which I am able to tell. And there is also one thing like um, I'm confused here and there and not getting into points exactly.
Okay, okay. I'll review your interview. Firstly, do you have any questions for me?
So I have a question like. I know my technicals are a little bit backward, and in non-technical part, what should I work on more? And of course, you will give me an review of myself, so I would know that. That's my
Yeah.
question.
So let's come on to your review of the interview. So see, what I infer from this complete discussion is, first of all, you are good with your communication skills. You have a genuine smile throughout the interview, which are both very good factors. Like they are a good first impression for any
Thank you, sir.
interviewer. It's very good. Maintain that. Talking about the demerits or the points where you can work on the shortcomings, I would say the first of all, listen to the question very carefully. Okay, because there were scenarios where when I had to repeat the questions multiple times. Secondly, you started to answer without checking out if the question was right. For example,
Yeah, facing point.
freezing point. Correct. Okay, so that is one thing. Secondly, be very precise with your answers. Like if you do not know, we'll just skip it out. You can just say, sir, I'm not very sure about this right now. I'll research about this after the interview. Rather than,
Yes.
Starting to answer, then fumbling, then saying that, sir, I'll prepare this afterwards. Okay. That is one thing. Secondly, English Channel connects Atlantic Ocean. Okay.
Mm.
Atlantic Ocean comes after English Channel. Okay. So just go and check that out once.
Okay, sir. I will go through it.
Yeah. And rest, it was great. It was great. Okay. Work upon your ship knowledge, a little bit of geography, somewhat additional questions of physics, chemistry, maths. Why? Because there might be different questions this time, right? It's not always a
Okay.
general that only Bernoulli's theorems or Archimedes principle or, those things will be asked. There might be questions on Gauss theorem. There might be questions on colligative properties. So like work on your technicals a little bit. Talking about what you can do in non-technicals, first of all, try to speak a little slow when you're answering something. So that will give you time to think. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Secondly, your introduction part. Okay. Cut it out. Cut it out a little bit. That should not be
Okay,
that
sir.
lengthy. Okay.
Okay, sir.
These are the only points of improvements which you can work on right now. Rest, it is good. Maintain that, and
Yes,
you'll
sir.
sure have good sponsorships this year. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Pradeep. Thank you.